Hey, what's going on, Fierce Knight? Welcome in. Gonna be doing the first two legs of the Modern Ming quest today. First one of the day. Yep, exactly. First one of the day. Inglorious Arknthand, guys. Oh shit, she's already found somebody to fight. What the fuck? Action starts immediately. Oh, come on! There we go. Alright, you okay? Okay. We good. There we go. Audio works now. Perfect. Been catching up on some VODs. Awesome. Glad you could catch this one live, man. Again, I think announcing... I've got to remember to stop being fucking dense and start tagging people when I go live, right? I think that helps. To help people catch it. Again, I'm not deliberately trying to do that. I just suck at this. But, getting better, slowly but surely. So what I was talking about here... wow, what is with these enemies, man? Get him! Okay, don't go picking any more fights right now, Vis. You are super aggressive today. And I love it, but you gotta relax. We're exploring too. Anyway, so when last we left off, we had a Kime experience because basically we got blasted into the Falcon punched into the nether regions by a trapped door, right? So we learned a lesson, which is I'm going to have to utilize my telekinesis a little better. Making me want to stream my Morrowind modded playthrough too, huh? Definitely, Fierce Knight. I'd watch that shit. More Morrowind, the better, man. Like, I am so excited to see how much more exposure Morrowind is starting to get. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's super exciting. It's super cool. I think Zarek Zakarin is playing Morrowind again too. I think he's actually might be playing now. So you got a couple of cool streams at least right now that Morrowinders can pick from. Borean Knight is, I think, it might be doing some more streaming today, although I'm not sure. You'd have to ask him what his schedule is. But yeah, there's some really, really good Morrowind streams going on right now. I'm all here for it. And I can't wait to catch up on theirs too. It's going to be so cool. Like, there is just so much good community shit going on right now. Yeah, join the party for sure. We can always use more Morrowind streamers. We better telekinesis that shit. Oh, okay, can't. We got a pig. We're gonna have to bash that door because I don't have the key. So we'll use this and we'll bash. Morrowind is going through a renaissance generally right now. Yeah, it really is. It really kind of is. We'll put this down. This is going to be temporary. I'm still over encumbered. How fucking heavy is that goddamn thing? All right. We'll put a couple things down. We're just going to be bashing the door. Yeah, classic games over new 100%. There we go. And we broke the fucking piece of shit. Miner's picks are worthless anyway. At least for combat. So that's fine. We gotta get my shit organized here real quick. Bear with me. Give me that ebony back. And where's the dwarven spear at? Dude, I literally just dropped the dwarven spear. Where the fuck is it? Arvesa, did you pick that up? I hope she picked it up, because it is just gone now. I don't have access to her inventory. I'm guessing she picked it up. Well, some new games are good, because she's a spear user. Ardenfall is looking promising. Yeah, Ardenfall looks good. I'm definitely up for some Ardenfall. I wondered why I wasn't blocking so much. That's why. Okay. Alright, so we've stumbled upon a little nook and cranny here. 70 for a pound? Absolutely. We are all ready. We'll go ahead and eat his bread, because why not? Anyway, what are you doing right now? Let's see, what are you doing right now? I haven't caught up on the VODs yet. We're doing the main quest right now. And we're kind of just doing the main legs. I let the chat vote on what we were doing next. They wanted to see the modded main quest. So we're more in my modded version of Arknthand is where we're at. Swimmer room, $300? Wow, 300 gold? Oh my god, look at this read. Holy shit. We'll leave that. We'll come back later for that. That seems really interesting. Spirits of Vardenfell. Oh, it's a book on the booze. That's right up my fucking alley. And avoiding danger, Vardenfell. So we got some. So this guy is absolutely reading up on Vardenfell. So what we can tell just from this room alone is the occupant was an adventurer who seems to be new to the island, right? Like us. Well, yes, the expansion mods for Morrowind are insane. I never played TR, Skyrim, or Cyrodiil yet, and it looks fucking amazing. Yeah, did you see my boat ride? Did you see all the cool vistas? We went to Firewatch on one of the streams. We've been to Firewatch, Old Ebonheart, and Andothran, but only briefly to meet new blades, right? Now, what we will be reading is the Journal of Radoilo. So here we are. While I was hired, I didn't much care where I wound up so long as I got paid. But actually being here, don't even know what to say. One of the others found my stash. They didn't much care for old books, and my journal was on me at the time, so no harm done. I really ought to hide it better, though. Finally met the guy that hired us. Bit of a prick, but he knows what he's doing. I hope nothing's blown up yet, at least. So far, so good. It's a long drop to the bottom, but Krydo says the scaffolding we put up will hold for as long as we need it to. Still makes me nervous. Found a weird tool today. Kind of looked like a glass urn, but the handles wouldn't stay still. Krydo says anything we find we should take to the storeroom so he can ship it out, but Tylus caught me on the way out. He told me I was to take them to him instead, even offered to pay me directly. Naturally, I said yes. Firewatch looks good. Yes, it does, man. But yeah, those expansions they're making, it's literally the Lord's work. Krydo brought a new guy in today, some sort of locksmith from Satanine. He has a funny sort of manner, like he sees or hears things that aren't there, but there's no denying he knows what he's doing. Didn't take long for the first few doors to open up, plenty of opportunity for me. Finally worked up the nerve to ask Tylus about all these strange things I keep bringing to him. I really thought he'd start going on one of his usual rants, but to my surprise, he actually took me aside to talk about our latest find. Some sort of condenser? It was all over my head, but suddenly I find myself fantasizing about what incredible things these machines must have been used for. Found a new hiding spot. Even has a bed. Ha! It even feels like everything is falling into place, and the good lump of extra coin helps as well. Sarah Tylus continues to teach me what he knows of the Dwemer, and I'm off hours. I entertain myself by tinkering with the scraps of technology I found, of which there is plenty. I initially protested when they assigned me to be a digger, but seeing the twisted machines left behind by the meatheads, I'm glad I only come in after everything is dead. I'm slowly starting to understand this place. It's all so strange, and yet I feel as though I've learned to open my eyes to things. There's a lot here I don't understand, though. These structures don't seem to serve any particular purpose. Bridges to nowhere. Corridors that twist in on themselves. It's also disconnected. What's more, the others found an old tunnel after one of the corridors collapsed during a fight. The air there chills my bones, and the smell, like rancid oil, won't leave. But I can't help but feel the answers I'm looking for lie beyond the strange corridor. I'll try again tomorrow with a coat and a face wrap this time. So there's something going on here, Vess. Well, let's see if we can't get to the bottom of it. And locked. No, we don't have any way to bash them, so we'll have to find a lock key for that. Yeah, we were just in this corridor, so we've been to both those rooms. Heading out. We've been in here. So aside from Heaven's Gallery, we've been everywhere we can be here, it looks like. Have we? Let's take a look, though. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Okay, so that goes to Heaven's Gallery there, okay. And that leads into, anything? Okay, there's a hallway down this way. Okay, so, yeah, I'm glad. This is why we explore, right? We almost fucking missed that. Vess, you're gonna have to move. Yep, you're blocking my way. Can you move, please? Well, that didn't... Well, you sort of did, didn't you? I'm currently in Path of the Incarnate mod pack, but after that playthrough, I want to do a non-open Morrowind mod list. Yeah, if you want to ping me with a Discord message, I'd be happy to walk you through it. Yeah, it's really cool. Moscow Master says, "Oh, is Path of the Incarnate available again?" Oh, did it go off? It's not available anymore? Interesting. I didn't know it went offline temporarily. Ah, here's... Okay. So that's going to get us also to Heaven's Gallery. So we got to remember that. But let's see where this goes first. And while we're here, do we have a fatigue potion still? I don't think we do, but... No, we don't. Okay. Oh, the beta download is up in Discord. It's stable as far as I know. Been in maintenance on Wabbajack for a while now. Oh, okay. So if you go to the Path of the Incarnate Discord page, it seems like it's there, Moscow, if you want to check it out. Thank you for that, Fierce Knight. That's good. That's good knowledge. We always share our knowledge. That's perfect. Oh, another cooked egg. Cool. Yeah, just started. I'm currently level 3 to 4. Yeah, you're doing better than I am right now. That cooked egg, that's funny. That cooked egg literally took me over the top. We're going to eat one because that sounds actually pretty tasty right now. But we already can't haul shit, so we're just on an adventure spree at this point. He gave us the Nord death gasp, guys. Yeah, Nords have two really funny sounds depending on what you're doing, like, and how you kill them. Like, one is, and the other is, I've always found that pretty funny. I think this just loops around to the main entrance. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Let's take a look. We'll have to come back here to loot later. Because again, I'm already... Oh, there's the spear right there. I have the spear. Okay. That would explain why I'm so high on... Yeah, I've got nothing left to haul. Alright, that's going to loop back around here. Alright. Let's head back down into the other door we saw then. There he goes. Oh, this is Tylos. This is the boss here. I like that quill pen better than mine, so we're going to switch that out. As long as I can still draw, we're going to do a test real quick. I like that fancy quill pen. Oh no, that fancy quill pen actually doesn't let us draw. I guess that's not supported by E-Guarded Velociraptor. Nice channel name. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. We try here. We mostly succeed. Boy, crossbows wear out fast when you shoot them. Oh, there's so much shit I want. Oh my god, I need that. That's so cool. We'll come back. Can anybody tell me what the fuck a coherer is? That's always been something I wonder. Do we know what a coherer does? That's pretty funny to me. That's always been one of my favorite items, just because it's like it's just such a what the fuck item, right? We always pick these up for just on the fly repairs. 19's a pretty respectable for just having the bone mold stuff. Oh, coherers are a radio thing. Okay. Interesting. I did not know that. So probably some kind of Dwemer tonal tool. Okay. Cool. That's why I asked it. That's why I ask questions. That's awesome. And there's the storage key. So okay, we can now get to Boss Credo now. I couldn't tell you any more than that, though, than radio thing, though. Yeah, I'll have to look into it now a little bit more myself. I always like to take that as an opportunity to kind of learn new things, right? So we'll definitely take a look. The excavation goes smoothly, or rather, smooth enough. Crino assured me that his crew would take the utmost care in making sure each and every chamber would remain untouched. Humph! The first sign of a cave-in, those buffoons took their picks and dug straight through one of the chambers. Fortunately, these ruins are remarkably sturdy. Even if the floor plan seems purposefully obtuse. Oh, to think what secrets lie just beyond those brass doors. I was fortunate enough, it was fortunate Krytos' crew had managed to dig their way into one of the chambers. It must have been a weak spot. Thus far, the rest of the structure remains unyielding, unblemished by any amount of powder or force. I've at least managed to sneak away some choice samples from those barbarians before they took to collecting anything shiny, but thus far progress has halted. I don't know how, but Krydo has secured a lockpick who specializes in these sorts of ruins. He fumbles with each door with naught but a twig of iron and a promise, but to my surprise, there let loose a sound like crushing stone, and the doors swung open. Chamber by chamber, this ruin is slowly revealing its secrets. We finally managed to breach the second chamber. The translation was rough, but we've more or less taken to calling this new chamber Weeping Bell Hall, which is significantly more pronounceable than what I've been able to decipher. From here on, Krydo has insisted I remain behind, and sure enough, I begin to see the remains of the wondrous animunculi being carted up to the storage room. In any other circumstance, I would be furious, but those machines are quite hostile, and the battered scrap that remains is of little value beyond the metal they are comprised of. One of Krydo's men vanished today. I can't recall his name, but it was a pity. Such care he took with each relic uncovered. Such eagerness. He might have been a budding archaeologist in a different life. Krydo himself seems to be absent more and more often as time goes on, locked away in their makeshift storage room for inventory. I thought to finally speak up, but they seemed more concerned with the dig and dismissed any concern for their boss. So long as they follow my direction, I suppose it matters not. The men tell me of another collapse in the tunnels, but not of their making. What's more, it seems they've stirred yet more of the Dwemer's ancient machines from their sleep. I've ordered our diggers to stay behind while the muscle do their work, but it's been a few hours now and no one has come back. Just what is going on down there? They finally came back, eyes like moons and naught but whispers in their breath as they shuffled towards the mess hall. They speak of some evil seeping into their lungs from a rusted tunnel far within the ruins. They eventually came to their senses, but still refused to elaborate further. No matter, the diggers are already on their way down. Okay, so there is something wild going on here. And that's a fun... When we get the whole book, we'll read that whole book series. Haha, reminds me of that ESO quest in the DLC Morrowind update. Oh, does it? Maybe, there might be some overlap there, actually. Modders often take inspiration from things like that. But yeah, it looks like there's something foul deeper in here that we probably won't get to today because we just don't have the keys and the equipment to bash the doors open to get to it. But maybe somewhere down the line... Oh my god, it's another piece of fucking ebony and I can't carry it. And she's, like, not helping at all. So we will actually... Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that was good either way. And we'll just set the ebony down here for now. That way it doesn't disappear in case we're long to return. Yep. Now we got a couple pieces of ebony there. But yeah, maybe that's where the idea they got for this comes from. Could be ESO. What time is it? It is 11 p.m. Shit. I think we need to set up a camp. We can finish our exploration in the morning. I've got a tent. And I've been meaning to experiment with how this works. This will be my first time camping. Okay, we got to be outside, it looks like. So let's pick up. But we can unpack that. Okay. Yeah, which ESO quest, Fierce Knight? That's a good question. Like, is that what they did to Arknthand? Because that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool overlap if that's the case. Because I can't wait to go deeper into here. It won't be this play session, but we'll definitely come back. Because I'm really intrigued by the story this is setting up. Yep, we're going to have to come back. Yeah, it's Saturday in WoW. What's going on, Switz? What's up? What's up, Daddy Dagoth? Welcome in, man. We are exploring the modded Arknthand. Arknthand. And we'll just camp out right outside here. We'll set up camp. This is so cool. I don't think Arknthand exists in ESO. They butchered Balmora and the surrounding area. That sucks. I don't know if there's a place to put a tent. Maybe up on this hill here. Yeah, it'd be right up here because you got to have flat terrain. Which means we're going to have to, of course, we're going to have to fight a fucking cliff racer. Why wouldn't we? Fuck out of here. Probably not, but that quest has a Dwimmer sound machine in it. Oh, coolness. Oh, shit. Okay. Hold left shit. Okay, rotate. Cycle drop mode. Press. Okay. Alright, 10 has been dropped, so let's left alt. How do I drop it, though? Oh, okay. Alright. Well, we need flatter ground, though. There we go. Okay. Oh shit, I don't think we can rest with just a tent. Okay, well that's new. Who threatens our peace? Another fucking cliff racer. Jesus Christ. Fuck out of here, man. I didn't know I needed a bed, but I guess that makes sense, huh? So we're going back to town. God damn it. Okay. I'm slowly but surely learning the intricacies of Ashfall. I've not ever seen a bed for sale, to be honest with you guys, though. Or a bedroll or anything. That's interesting. We'll go to the outfitter. We'll go to the outfitter in the morning. We'll try again. But yeah, we are really running bad on sleep, so. But we're almost through this entire thing, right? You know what? Yeah, it's getting too late. Yeah, we're gonna really start to get detrimental effects if we don't get some sleep. This is just part of Ashfall now. I actually kind of love it, to be honest with you guys. It actually makes you, like, be real-world-ish, right? You gotta gauge your water food, but it's not overly punishing like some of the Skyrim mods are, where I feel like it makes the game not fun. Like, this keeps the game pretty fucking fun. Revere probably sells a bed. Okay, yeah, I guess a tent's not enough. We need like a bedroll or something. We'll need to get our Vesa a tent and bed too now. Well, shit. We were almost done too. But we just ran out of time. Look at that stamina's really taking a hit right now. Because we're tired. We want to be at our best, so. Back we go. Two assholes walking home in defeat in the rain. Good thing there's a town nearby. Dude, we would have been fucked if I would have got way out there in like the Urushilaku lands and shit. Without a bedroll? We would have been fucked, man. Everyone here stares at me strangely, but they're friendly enough. Well, this is where we're going to be.
We rent beds. I have some goods for barter. What do you want? Yes, we
I'll
have
take the
one
bed.
available. It's 10 gold for the rest of the day. Do you want it?
Sure.
Very well. The bed is yours for the day. You'll find the door over there unlocked. I trust Balmora will treat you well.
The other good news is we can actually trade some of this shit out, which is good too. Alrighty. Let's get our 8. Beautiful. Well rested, but we need to take a sip here. And we need to eat an egg. There we are. Alright, Invest, you are going to have to move. Oh my god, that was not very useful, this. You're going to have to move again. Shift it! Vec, no need to yell. There's hardly any space to move sometimes. There you go. I didn't mean to offend her. But get the fuck out of the way. Like, I already asked you nice once. Alright, let's go to Revere. We are slow right now. We gotta get some shit traded in. I have pretty stones for Revere.
Revere knows why you are here. You want to buy Revere's famous Daedric weapons.
Generally, traders added by mods won't sell the Ashfall stuff, yeah. I learned this the hard way when doing a character that started in Cyrodiil. So they've updated, now they have updated Ashfall to do that, I guess. And I guess that's something they had to update because I guess Tamara Rebuilt handles Ashfall integration and PTR handles all that. So yeah, that's okay. So we got a tent common, got a tent cover common. See, I thought tent, because it was more expensive, covered everything. And I'm looking for a bed, you said? Bedroll! Okay, there it is, right there. There's our bedroll. Absolutely. Revere, we go way back. Come on, dude. Don't do me that way. Don't do me like that, Revere. Okay, tent covers are an addition to tents. Well, what does a tent cover do? Not something you can sleep under. Okay, well, okay, so what's the difference between a tent and a tent cover, I guess, would be my question. I mean, you could in real life, but it's a bad... Yeah, you definitely don't want to sleep on ground. There's bugs and all kinds of other nasty shit. Like, oh, no, do not sell the ebony. Do not sell the ebony. Dwemer Centurion Eye. Dwemer Coil, strangely enough, not illegal. That's interesting. Stained Centurion Schematics, not illegal. Okay. Tent covers are a secondary layer you can put over a tent. Yeah, we're not worried about that. Fancy quill pin. Oh, for places with heavier rains. Okay. Masta, sour wine. We'll sell all that. Cliff racer shit. Can't sell the dwarven spear because it is illegal. All right. I guess we'll keep it at $1. We'll keep it right there. I want 5 hundo for this stuff, Revere. We go way back. Don't do me bad. Okay, Revere's gonna be a prick. I helped get you your girlfriend, buddy. You're not gonna sell many devil weapons doing your customers like this. Wow, dude. Wow, dude. At least I think that's what they are. I haven't used them in Ashfall. I just own one in real life. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense that that's what a tent, like if that's the IRL thing to do. So we got the tent. We got the bedroll. We're set. bedroll is what we're looking for. Now we're set to do some long-term dungeon delving. I'm excited, man. Okay. Oh, I forgot. We've got one last stop before we... I almost forgot. There is a place we can sell this illegal shit. And sadly, it's with our Kimono Tong neighbors. I haven't used them in Asheville. Hey, what's going on, Detail Devil? I have discovered the joy of camping. I'm learning camping and painting. And oh my god, is that a game changer.
What do you want, stranger? You're in Balmora, all right. You're looking for someone in particular?
I have things for you. Like weirdo, Kimono Tong, racist, murderer guy. Let's see. Hey, Get Shivers here as well. Afternoon, all just dropping by to lurk. I need some background audio to work today. Nice. Well, I'm glad to provide it. Moscow Master, Get Shiver, and Detail Devil arrive at the same time. Laugh out loud. Sadly, it's illegal in general, but Revere has Daedric. That should be illegal, LOL. Yeah, but his shit's not real Daedric. Yeah, his shit's not real Daedric. Therein lies the difference.
I haven't seen you in Balmora before, have I?
Yeah, he's got fake-ass Telvanni, like, stuff. So, these folks here at the Kimono Tong, because they are already criminals, will buy a lot of your shit that other people won't buy. But their money's a little limited, so sometimes we have to take the hit. But basically, if they're a criminal element, they will buy your shit still. Daedric isn't illegal in Morrowind. The helmets were kind of planned to be for religious reasons, though, I think. Yeah, Laugh Out Loops, I forgot they're fakes. Yeah, they're like steel weapons that transform into Daedric when you need them to. He gets them straight from the Telvanni, of course. So he says. Alright, now that we have offloaded much, now we can go back and finish the fight in Arknthand. I mean, the devil gear is actually useful. Oh, it's very useful. Yeah, once I get enough gold, I think he's going to charge me artifact prices is the thing, because I've got this fucking Silver Tongue mod. And so that becomes very, very untenable very quickly, sadly. Also, here in the early-ish game, we're going to get something that is a game changer. Tired of seeing your corpse, dude. Let's get rid of you. But yeah, no, the devil gear is super, super good. Like, you can instantly get like a Daedric longsword, right? With the Fiend Katana. But it's going to be like 12 to 14,000 gold for me. And let's be real, I don't have it in me to murder Revere. And if you do, you're a monster. Let me say that unequivocally. If you murder Revere, I'm not saying we can't be friends, but I am saying that I'm going to look askance at you across the party. Revere is just too terrific to be murdered for his stuff. He would win anyway. Oh, you would think that, Moscow Master, but really what he usually pulls out is a hammer when you attack him. Do not ask me. Given my previous statements, do not ask me how I know that. But typically he pulls out an iron warhammer. Not his fiend stuff. Alright, turn the crank. Let's play a game of Mousetrap in here and go kill Boss Credo and find this cube. Catch our breath real quick. Who's ready for a fight? Ironically enough, the best that this gang has to offer isn't even Boss Credo. The best this gang has to offer is Snowy Granius, and also there is a Nord fellow in the deeper inn near the observatory. Part of the ruins that will literally just knock your shit in. He's like a mini God Rod Harry Breeks. He sucks. Boy, he didn't have a fucking chance, man. Vest paralyzing him and shit? Damn. You did not have a fucking shot, homie. Ooh, unhinging scrolls. Those will help us with the ruins. Now, bodies disappear within 3 days, for those that don't know. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to set out things we may potentially want. We're going to set them out right next to him. Arvesa may be a tad bit overpowered. She is. Here's the thing, though. She can be, but she runs out of magic really fast. And also, once I get a chance, I'm going to change that, because I'm going to tell her not to cast her spells. Because, yeah, her spell casting is pretty fucking broken. It's pretty broken. Dwarven darts? Nice. Dwemer right bracer? Nice. Ah, there's the Dwemer puzzle box. There it is, baby. That's what we were looking for. But trust me, that quickly goes away, her being overpowered. As the main quest moves on. Quickly goes away. Yeah, so this boy just decided to come here and just smoke up. He's just toking up while his crew does. That's what he was doing back here. He was toking. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm disappointed at the lack of Dwemer coins I've found so far, though. Because those things are actually worth a lot for their carry weight. Like, look at that. Like 50 for each of those babies. It's pretty fucking good, man. Alright, we got it, Arvesa. Curious little artifact. What could be its purpose? Nevertheless, let us return to Hasfit. Yeah, let's go. Fun fact, the Dwemer puzzle box doesn't appear until you are on the quest to retrieve it. Oh, no shit. Okay, I did not know that, Get Shiver. Thank you for that. That's cool. I guess that eliminates the possibility of you, like, picking it up and selling it as random loot and fucking yourself completely out of the main quest. But I don't know. That also adds to the mystery of Arknthand, right? Because I know the skull doesn't. I found the skull before getting the quest. So, I really kind of feel like Arknthand, like Borean Knight puts in his video, do we feel like Arknthand was either the first quest or the last quest? That actually really yields as evidence that that's one of the first major quests and dungeons they designed. because that does not really keep to the larger ethos of consequences of your actions, right? But it's nice that they do that. I wish they did it for the skull, because that fucked me on one of my early neophyte Morrowind playthroughs. Exactly, it's another indicator that it was a very early dungeon. Yes, because that doesn't keep to the rest of the game's ethos. Like, yeah, the Skull of Andrano, if you sell that shit, or you lose that shit, you are French fry fucked. You're doing the back path now. They dropped the safety net after to reduce bloat in scripts. They dropped the... Oh, that's why they reduced all the safety net stuff? Well, I gotta say, that is yet another example of the limitations of hardware and the limitations of engines yielding creativity that actually makes your game's reputation. That's amazing. That's a really cool story. That's awesome. How cool is that? Again, anybody who doesn't think limitations yield legendary results, I direct you to the Star Wars original trilogy. Had to fit on the disc, yeah. Script bloat.
I'm busy, so if you will excuse
Oh, I feel you. I feel you for sure. I don't trust that Nord woman one bit. Curious how Haspin associates himself with brutes. No, we're not here to judge, Vess. We're here to get results.
So, have you done that little favor I asked?
This is why there must never be an official Morrowind remake. 100%. Dude, a Morrowind remake would be so bad the more I think about it, man. Because, yeah, you're right. They would completely curb choice. They would absolutely make NPCs unkillable. Like, they would fucking ruin it. They really would.
Perfect. Just what I was looking for. Just let me take this Dwemer puzzle box, and then I'll tell you what Caius will want to know about the 6th house and about the Nerivarine. By the way, the inscriptions on the box seem to be the directions for setting a Dwemer key to open a specific lock.
Ooh!
If you're interested after you've delivered your report to Caius, come back and maybe I'll have a key you can take back to Arknthand.
That would be very cool, man.
Yes, the box was just what I was looking for. Yes, the inscriptions on the box seem to be the directions for setting a Dwemer key to open a specific lock. If you're interested, after you've delivered your report to Caius, come back, and maybe I'll have a key you can take back to Arknthand.
Okay. So tell me about the 6th house.
House Dagoth is the 6th house, the lost 6th house. In the First Age, House Dagoth betrayed the other great houses during the War of the First Council, and was destroyed for their treason. I can answer any questions you have, but I'll also give you some notes to give to Caius and recommend some 6th house references he should read.
Okay.
House Dagoth was the 6th of the 7 Dunmer great houses. Nothing remains of the 6th house. Its members were all slain or adopted into other great houses following their treason in the War of the First Council. Their clanstead was called Kogaroon. I gave you the notes. Give them to Caius. Here's a list of cheap books. All of them will tell you something about the 6th house and how it ended. The War of the First Council.
I have that one.
Nerevar, Moon and Star, and the real Nerevar. Try the bookseller Darissa Darvel over in the commercial district. She'll have at least some of these titles.
Okay. And then Reverine?
The Ashlanders believe a reborn Nerevar will unite the Dunmer against the Outlander invaders and restore the ancient Dark Elven nation. Nerevar is a legendary hero and saint of the Temple, but the Temple denies the prophecy and persecutes heretics who believe in the Nerevarine. Tell Caius that Sharn Gramuzgob would be a better person to ask about the native faiths and superstitions.
Okay, we can do that for sure. And what do you think of Arvesa overall? What's your take on her? She's like, I'm standing right here, guys. I see you came to a mutual deal with her. Be wary. Boy and Armigers are agents of Vivek, and in turn, it is difficult to predict their intentions. She's like, I'm standing right here. Let's see here. I really don't like that they're talking about Oblivion remakes, especially since Elder Scrolls 6 trailer is older now than Skyrim when it was released. Yeah, they probably should be focused on their new game, right, Git? 100%. The Oblivion remaster was supposed to be 2024, to be frank. Revisiting past glories when you promised a new game that is years overdue. Yeah, it almost sounds like Martin, doesn't it, with the song on Ice and Fire? Like, it's like, yeah, I've got that Winds of Winter. Let me work on the House of the Dragon. Let me work on this side project game. Again, not complaining about getting Elden Ring. It's amazing. But if I was a Song of Ice and Fire fan who didn't play video games, I'd probably be pretty pissed off. Not going to lie. Yeah, not a good look. Let's see here. We got that Bethesda release leak. Everything's been delayed. 2022, not 2024 for the Oblivion. Typo on my end. Well, yeah, it's because Bethesda can't do fucking anything anymore. And the good news is Todd Howard literally is on record as saying they're terrified of Morrowind. So as long as... I don't like that they're talking about Oblivion remakes either. But as long as they're leaving Morrowind the fuck alone, I'm good with it, man. Like... just leave Morrowind the fuck alone, please. Leave Morrowind and its beautiful community alone. Please. I implore you. COVID delayed all of their projects for years. Yeah, to be fair, I get that. COVID, figuring out the way COVID worked and having to restructure your companies around that for a little while probably wasn't the easiest thing to do. Right. For a video game. Now, here's the thing that I will tell you, because I had to do this too for my company, and I feel like I'm not trying to judge, and maybe there's some intricacies I'm not familiar with in the games industry, but I feel like that one of the easiest work-at-home structures would be video game design, right? I feel like that seems like a pretty easy transition, and compared to, say, grocery, which is what I'm an executive in, right? I feel like that would be a much easier transition, but again, I don't work in tech, I don't work in video game industry, so maybe there's some shit I'm not privy to, and I always leave that door open when I make these large sweeping statements like that, right? They specifically leaked their planned releases when the Microsoft buyout happened. Yeah, it's all software based, exactly. You'd think it'd be an easy transition, but again, maybe I'm missing something. I love to leave that possibility open because I just don't know everything, and none of us do. So, all right, let's dig into this report. Maybe the audio guys would have trouble. Yeah, that's pretty collaborative, especially with Jeremy Soule and having an actual orchestra. Yeah, that might be a little tougher. That's a good point. So the following are notes prepared by Hasphet Antabolus for Caius Cosades. House Dagoth is an extinct great house. In the wake of the ancient Battle of Red Mountain, its leadership was revealed to have plotted treason and was discredited. So let's lore talk real quick. What do we think, chat? Is that bullshit? Do you think that House Dagoth betrayed the other great houses, or is that a complete horseshit story from a Western perspective? Let's see. And was discredited. Many of the House Dagoth died defending the house. Those survivors who were faithful to the Great Council were redistributed among the other houses. The temple says the ancient, legendary, evil beings that dwell beneath Red Mountain in the Dagoth region are the original leaders of this extinct house, sustained by some powerful, evil sorceries. These books include references to the Sixth House and its destruction. The bookseller Darissa Darvel over in the commercial district might have copies. We have the War of the First Council, so we need to look at Saint Nerevar, Nerevar Moon and Star, and the real Nerevar is what we need to take a look at. Okay. Let's see. With games as large and as much budget behind them as games, you need to be constantly discussing everything you code in. It's why Minecraft updates feel so small. They probably spend so much time in meetings as they do actually developing. Right. No, I understand that for sure. They did the Starfield Orchestra recording and the Skyrim Anniversary Concert following CDC guidance, so it's doable at least. Yeah. So Detailed Devil comes in to say the winners get to write history, and that is a very interesting point. And you will see that a lot in how the Sixth House is painted. Yeah. The victors get to write the history. And as we move on with this playthrough, the uninitiated are going to get to see that very clearly.
Let's get this over with quickly.
That's what's happening.
So Haspat delivered on his word, and
admit, I was expecting more than just a small piece of paper, but maybe there's more to it. Can I see that note?
Yeah, there's no... I can let you see it. That's not a problem. Bavek. Nothing useful for my mission. Nothing I don't already know, I mean. Interesting subjects for an Outlander to be poking their nose into. Dangerous, even. Who is this Caius? And now we come to our first big decision. So my character, not a goody two-shoes like the Paladin is, this particular character, but not a monster guy either. More of an opportunist. So I ask you, chat, what should we do here? I'm gonna make the chat my conscience here. Should we go ahead and spill the beans and let Arvesa know that a boy in Armiger, nonetheless, that, hey, he's an agent of the Empire, and I'm kind of having to follow his orders right now? And do we go ahead and play that card and maybe find a way to get us out of that arrangement? Or do we lie and just say, hey, he's just an old scholar down on his luck, he's trying to uncover what's going on in Morrowind? What do we want to do here in this situation? That is interesting. Now, Minecraft updates take so long because they're trying to design lots of stuff and only implement a third of it based off community votes. I think it's COVID combined with the fact that Starfield was in dev hell for ages combined. Probably, yeah. You are researching heresy. She's a boy in Armiger. She will stab you and then rhyme about it. I know! So, I don't know, but I don't think she knows, I don't think she or I know what the game is yet. But you're right, it's going to go that way, probably. So, but we don't know that. We don't know that, Moscow. So knowing what we know right now, knowing she's a boy in Armiger, and so my partner is a boy in Armiger, and my boss is a Blades agent, what do we do? There is all kinds of fun opportunities here on either side of things. And I played this mod extensively enough to know, but I'm going to let you guys kind of guide my conscience here. But yeah, that is funny. She will stab you and then rhyme about it. She absolutely will. The moment she figures out, moment she gets her noggin jogging and she figures out with her thinking thoughts what's happening here, she will. There's no question of that. We would have to really, really be in her good graces for her to not do that. Or, here's another possibility, Moscow. Maybe she's not your typical boy in Armiger. Just throwing that possibility out there, too. But I don't know. If I'm in my character's shoes, I don't really know what I want to do here. Because on one hand, I don't really have any loyalty to the Blades. Like, I'm being forced into this. On the other hand, I know Caius. He's the devil I know. I don't know a whole lot about the Armigers yet. So they're kind of the devil I don't know. It might be good to play it Bogart for now. And I can always appeal later if she gets offended to say, hey, look, you were a boy in Armiger. I didn't know your intentions, right? I had no clue what you were up to. So I kind of played my cards close to the chest, and we will keep you on a need-to-know basis. But we could also just blow this whole fucking thing up right now. If I was researching a forbidden heresy, I would be cautious about revealing more of that fact to an Orthodox fanatic. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm leaning towards lying for now. And my character, again, he's not necessarily against lying. He's going to do what's best for him. And he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. And so, there's no guarantee that picking up one rock won't bash me into the hard place. So, I'm going to stay between the rock and the hard place for now. I'm gonna choose to kind of stay in the status quo for right now. So, he's an old scholar down on his luck. He's trying to uncover what's going on in Morrowind. Really? He must be well connected to be friends with someone like Hasfit. Yet I don't know why an Outlander is so interested in our problems. He wouldn't be the first one to go chasing after Ashlander fables or the Sixth House. I'm more curious about what he discovers. Maybe we could extend our arrangement. What are you offering? I'm afraid the temple offers no rewards. Allow me to explain. I was sent on a mission by the Grand Marshal of the Buoyant Armigers to investigate these strange objects we call ash statues, and to find out their connection to the Sixth House. They appear to be spreading along the coast, but we're not sure how. Naturally, I went to Balmora to see if House Halalu knew anything. They only dodged my questions. Not out of the ordinary for them. After that, I asked around the corner clubs and eventually learned of Hasfit. Now here I am, still no closer than where I started. You could help change that. Well, I'm just a stranger to this place. I just got here too. You do possess an aura of someone not accustomed to our ways, but don't let that deter you. I don't expect you to know everything, but then you don't need to. Then why ask me for help? If you continue your work for this Caius, I'm willing to bet whoever we meet could know more about what I'm looking for. If Outlander scholars are anything like Telvanni, they won't stop until every scrap is collected. I can help with that too if you wish. Have you made a decision? She could be useful. Yeah, let's continue working together. I can handle myself, as you know, and perhaps my own mission may aid you. There's one more thing I wanted to say before we move on. And what is that? I wasn't sure of your intentions when we first met, so I did not give you proper courtesy. I thought Hasfit may have betrayed our deal, or you were sent to take the cube and run. All wrong, of course. I promise I'm not as stiff as I seemed. Oh, now I feel bad. Here I thought you, Dunmer, were all the same. That's a surprise. That was it. Yeah, you couldn't have known that, to be fair. Oh, man. I know, but I couldn't let that linger between us. That was all I had to say. Oh, you can call me Vess. All my F-laws do. Ready when you are. Oh, man. So I got a spear for you. That'll be better than your battered spear, I think. Yeah, it is. It's much better. So you have a Dwemer spear now, because we're really going to have a hard time selling that. And I think that's everything else I have for Vess right now. Cool. We got her some better equipment. That's awesome.
Since we will be traveling together, I want to know more about you. Is now a good time?
It's not, but we're going to go report to Caius first. It's just really not. Come on, so we can close the door. We're not born in a fucking barn. We're not impolite. Yeah, we want to make sure the door closes. There we go. The Armigers are probably my favorite sub-faction in Morrowind. It's a shame they aren't joinable in the base game or in TR. So have you read the most recent TR plans, Moscow? They're going to make you very happy.
There's something not right about you.
While we're here, we're going to go ahead and join the Fighters Guild, too.
You some manners.
Everybody hates me.
Well, speak up. What do you want? Are you here to join the Fighters Guild?
Well, you guys aren't going to be able to hear that audio, so I'll read that. Well, speak up, Dunmer. What do you want? Are you here to join the Fighters Guild? Maybe?
You want to join the Fighters Guild? I'm the steward here in Balmora. You look like you could take care of yourself.
You look like you could take care of yourself. Before I sign you up, you might want to look at the Fighters Guild charter. Are you ready to sign up now? It's on the TR Discord, but yeah, they're talking about the plans for the Armigers right now. One of the things they want to do is they want to begin to expand. They want some native factions because they feel like factions are based on Imperial factions right now. So basically, if you want to be questing, there are more options if you're a Imperialist or a Imperial aligned character than if you're a native aligned character or a nationalist aligned character. So they're going to expand those factions, and so the Buoyant Armigers, and there's a Order of Sata Sil Scholars they're talking about, and then potentially the Twin Lamps, even though that's not nativist, but they're also going to give some Twin Lamps content as well. It's more like the Thieves Guild area path, it seems like. It's really ironic that the Dunmer use so much Dwemer gear when the Dwemer are essentially the source of their troubles. Yeah, that is true, Get Shiver. That is very true. Let's read the charter. Your duties are to your lords and brethren. In all ways, proceed with honor and valor. Keep a keen and watchful mind and never succumb to the craven tricks of the weak. As a member, you are permitted to use items in our equipment chest. It is traitorous to fight or thieve from other members of your guild. If you break these rules, you must speak with at least a warder of the guild to redeem your standing. Do you feel you can uphold these simple ideals? I do. You are now Thelvin Narrows, the associate in the Fighters Guild. Work hard, follow orders, and you'll do just fine. Well, we'll do that later. Oh, nice. Yeah, so many Dunmer use Dwemer gear. Oh, yeah, especially the Armigers. A lot of them have, like, Dwemer axes or Dwemer spears. Or oh, yeah, man. Yeah, there's a lot of Dunmer using Dwemer stuff. Pretty common.
Since we will be traveling together, I want to know more about you. Is now a good time?
Sure. We can go ahead and... Yeah, now's a... Let's do it. I was never in the habit of speaking to Outlanders or spending any time with them. Now I find myself curious. What is it like to be an Outlander? I'm not going to say terrible. Everything here is new and strange. I quite like it. You prefer to be here? That's not what I expected. From what I overhear, Outlanders often dislike my homeland. Another question. The province you once called home. Do you regret leaving? I wasn't given much choice. I won't pry. Your past is your own. Perhaps one day you could return, if that is your wish, unless you decide to remain in Morrowind. It was kind of you to humor me. I really cannot imagine being an Outlander in an Outlander's shoes. Let's see. Lucky you don't have to. It's not easy. What about being with an Outlander, huh? Huh? With? Curious question. I suppose Outlander men have a certain charm to them that I quite like, occasionally. Cool. I understand you need to build a reputation and make some coin, but do you trust these people? It is true that some locals hire their services, but who do you believe they backs them? The Empire, obviously. Yeah, I know, but again, I'm not asking for your approval or permission. We need some coin in our pockets, and this will be a good place of work for us. Oh, and also, there's this, Vess. Yeah.
Care to tell me what this is about?
Also, they won't hate me in there now, which is also its own reward. You ever wonder how much is written about Baron Zaya is actually true? 2 entirely different series detailing her life. I prefer the real Baron Zaya myself. It just feels real.
What a day.
Didn't sell the arrows. Oh, yeah, I gotta remember to do that. You're right, Moscow. Let me do that.
Outlander.
We will grab those. I think they'll over-encumber us right now, but we'll go back and grab some.
Welcome to Balmora. If you have a question, I'll be happy to answer it. Or try, anyway. And if it's just a little advice you'd like, that's fine, too.
I'm looking for some books. Looking for some books. The real Nerevar. Ooh, my God, 200 gold? Jesus Christ. Nerevar, Moon, and Star. And Saint Nerevar. Which is just one. It's the pamphlet. Okay. Holy shit, man. Can we do a deal? 400 maybe? Cool. God damn, that's expensive. Yeah, we're going to have to go sell the arrows. We're going to have to. That's fucking crazy. Holy shit, we'll get at least a third of that back. Got arrows. Oh, Jesus, okay. Well, I got fucked on that deal.
This better be important, Dunmer.
I don't think I have anything else to sell to you, do I? No? Oh, yeah, because you won't buy the Dwemer shit. But I know who will. Our murderer friend at the council club will buy some of this stuff. And then we got some reading to do. It's reading time. It's lore dive time, chat.
Yes, I know my way around Balmora. What about it?
I heard that you buy Dwemer shit. He sure does. Thank you, sir.
We rent beds. I have some goods for barter. What do you want?
Maybe a hot meal, actually. No, we're good. I will take a water refill, though.
We rent beds. I have some good. We rent beds. I have some goods for barter. What do you want?
And then last but not least, sell you some moon sugar under the counter here. Ah, you fucker. There we go. We should find another corner club. This one is infested with Kimona Tong. They don't like anyone but their own. Yeah, but they buy skooma and moon sugar. And Dwemer artifacts. Criminals with no honor would summarize them aptly. Many of them claim to support our people, yet they mock our doctrine with impunity. Alright, let's get out of here then. Anything else we want to sell? The rest we can sell. Need to find a buyer for these Dwemer coins real quick. How about you, Savor?
You're not from around here. Something you want to ask me about Balmora?
Possibly, if you're willing to buy some coin, and you're not. So, okay.
If you're looking for Balmora, you found it. Go ahead. You got a question for me?
Yeah.
You again?
I think she's our only one, and she doesn't have any gold. So we'll have to come back to her later for the coins.
No, I don't think so.
But she's our illicit goods pawnbroker, which is going to make selling illicit goods difficult. Until we find a wealthier one. I guess we could take him to the scamp, but we don't know about the scamp yet. Haven't done a thorough exploration of... Haven't yet done a thorough exploration of Caldera.
What do you want?
A little foggy this morning. He's not your friend, is he? I've heard some awful rumors. Nothing wrong with such fine company, of course, but I prefer our business talks be just between us. She can wait outside until you're finished. Humph, she says. Can we meet up somewhere? I have things to do. That depends. Where do you want to meet? Let's meet in Balmora. I've grown a bit fond of that Outlander Corner Club, the South Wall. You can find me there. And she's gone.
Are you here to discuss your orders, or is there something else you want?
Well, before we get into orders, there's something we got to discuss, guys. Befriending a native, are you? A word of advice, boy, and Armigers are unpredictable, and if you step out of Temple line, she won't hesitate to turn you in. That sucks. I've got your stuff here.
These notes are from Hasfat Antabolus? Excellent. I trust he didn't work you too hard for them. I'll look them over in more detail later, but now I have some new orders for you.
Okay. What do you got for me?
I've glanced at Hasfat Antabolus's notes. They cover the 6th house admirably, but not the Nerevarine cult. Hop on over to the Balmora Mages Guild. It's right next to the Balmora Fighters Guild. Get Sharn Gra Musgob to tell you what she knows about the Nerevarine. She'll have some silly errand for you. Do what she asks, and report back when she's given you the information.
Okay. Tell me about Sharn.
Very smart for an orc. An unhealthy interest in the dark arts, perhaps, but very smart. She's always worried that the temple will bust in and stick her in a fire, and worried with good reason.
Pyratosis, yo, I'm still alive somehow. Oh my god, so are you done? Or do you get the rest of the weekend at least, Pyratosis? Tell me you got some time off, man. Like, I am rooting for you to have some time off. And before we get back to our Vesa, we're going to do some reading ourselves into Nerevar. So I guess we'll start with the temple pamphlet, St. Nerevar. From a short temple pamphlet for Western readers. Ages ago, Nerevar was the greatest Dunmer general, first counselor, and companion of Vivek, Almalexia, and Sathasil, who, with the power of the great Ring of Ancestors, one clan under Moon and Star, united the Dunmer houses to confront the evil Dwemer, the treacherous House Dagoth, and their western allies at Red Mountain. By providence, the faithless Dwemer were utterly destroyed and their allies defeated. But Nerevar, mortally wounded in combat with the traitor Dagoth was driven from Red Mountain. Nerevar died not long after of his wounds, but he lived to see the birth of the temple and to bless the unity of the Dunmer into the safekeeping of Almsivi, the temple, and all its communion of saints? Okay. Wow. Let's see. Monday, Tuesday, but it's open, close next 2 days. Jesus. Dagoth did nothing wrong. No, so Pyratosis, what do you think of those filthy lies that we just ran out of their lie hole? What do we think of that, man? Like, again, I have my qualms with Dagoth modern things, but holy shit, they did Dagoth dirty in that pamphlet. Jesus Christ. Oh, he's a traitor and he killed Nerevar. They didn't even give it to Dumak Dwarforg. They're just like, nah, Dagoth killed him. And then Moscow Master says, in response, Almsivi did nothing wrong. That's pretty dirty, man. That's pretty dirty. Like, not only that, but they literally have Nerevar on his deathbed, like, seeing the temple rise and blessing them. And, oh, man, that is a great work of fucking propaganda. I'll give them that, man. That's awesome. That's fucking great. Holy shit. Okay, we can put that one down. Yeah, that might be the wildest shit I've ever read. That is some fucking balls, man. That is ice cold balls, man. That is crazy. The temple are fucking nuts, man. Like, we are biased against the Almsivi because they founded themselves on a lie. I'm not biased against the Almsivi. I'm judging them for what they very, very truly did. Just like I'm judging Dagoth Pyratosis. Don't think Dagoth gets away with anything. Just like I'm judging Dagoth for his actions in the now. Also very badly. I think all of Morrowind needs to be done with this. I think they need to close the chapter on all this, personally. I think that's what we're here for. So then we have Nerevar, the real Nerevar. Let's see what this has to say. This Telvanni Retainer's informal history of Nerevar lists no sources. So now we're getting from the Telvanni's perspective. Stopping the Kamal invasion and the creation of the Cold Harbor Compact are both good things. Yeah, I think the Tribunal's done a lot of good, actually. I think there's a lot of good that the Almsivi has done. I think they thought they were doing the right things. Nobody thinks they're the bad guy. Dagoth doesn't think he's the bad guy either, but their hubris and Dagothar's madness have both equally brought us to this current moment. And I think it's time for the Dunmer to be closed of this. I really do. And again, that's what we're here for. So this is a Telvanni account. And I don't think I've ever read this, so this is going to be interesting. I'm kind of curious what he has to say. Vivek thinks he's the bad guy. Well, he sort of. I think he acknowledges their part in it. But she also thinks she's the good guy. Because Vivek, yeah, Vivek wishes to be all things at all times, right? That's an excellent way to put that, by the way. Yeah, Vivek thinks he's the bad guy, but she also thinks she's the good guy because Vivek. That's probably one of the better ways I've heard that put. When the Dunmer followed Vilot to Morrowind, there were many warring clans with no laws or leaders in common. One Dunmer warlord, Nerevar, had the ambition to rule all the Dunmer. In that time, House Dwemer were great enchanters, so Nerevar went in secret to a Dwemer smith and asked for an enchanted ring that would help him. The ring gave its wearer great powers of persuasion. For safety, it was enchanted to instantly kill anyone who wore it except Nerevar. The ring was called Moon and Star, and it helped Nerevar unite the various clans into the First Council. So here's actually something interesting. So it looks like Nerevar himself was also quite surreptitious in the way he went about attempting to unite the Dunmer. I didn't know. Again, this is just one Telvanni retainer story, but this Telvanni actually claims that what happened here is that Nerevar went in secret to their enemies at the time, the Dwemer, and had a ring forged that would give him persuasive powers. That seems a little surreptitious. I'm not saying Nerevar wasn't a great dude, and wasn't a great historical figure, but that in and of itself also seems surreptitious, right? Am I wrong? I actually have a headcanon that the Dragonfires don't actually do anything because Akatosh probably shouldn't have the power to seal off Mundus from oblivion. I'd be interested to hear that. That sounds cool. Come, Nerevar, friend or foe, come. Look upon the heart. Come to me open and not in stealth. Lay down your weapons and look upon the heart. The heart. Oh. I wouldn't be surprised if the Telvanni guys just made up a sacrilegious story just to fuck with the Tribunal faithful. Yeah, it could be too. Yeah, this is called the real Nerevar, right? So, yeah, definitely, got to take this also with a grain of salt. But if that's true, then Nerevar kind of started his rule with a surreptitious act. They use funeral ash pits as storage sometimes and force the ordinators to wait outside just to fuck with them. Yeah. Later, however, disputes over religion divided the council, with House Dwemer and House Dagoth on one side and all the other houses on the other. Dwemer and Dagoth invited Orc and Nord clans as allies and held northwest Morrowind, while Nerevar mustered the other houses and nomad tribes and marched to meet the Dwemer-Dagoth Westerner forces. So even the Telvanni kind of swallow the anti-Sixth House stuff, right? Their armies met at Red Mountain, a Dwemer stronghold. The Dwemer were defeated with great slaughter and terrible sorceries were used, resulting in the utter extermination of House Dwemer, House Dagoth, and their allies. Nerevar was killed in the battle. So they're saying he didn't die from Dagoth, he died in the battle, generally. And in his ring lost, but Nerevar's alliance survives in Morrowind's ruling political institution, the Grand Council. Okay. So a little bit of a different account there. Respectable. And now we have Nerevar, Moon, and Star. This is a selection. No wonder this was the most expensive book. This is the Ashlander account, right? This is a selection from a series of monographs by various Imperial scholars on Ashlander legends. Interesting that this Telvanni account lines up more with the 5 songs of Wolfhearth. Yeah. In ancient days, the Deep Elves and a great host of Outlanders from the west came to steal the land of the Dunmer. In that time, Nerevar was the great Khan and war leader of the House people, but he honored the ancient spirits in the tribal law and became as one of us. So when Nerevar pledged his great ring of the ancestors, one clan under Moon and Star, to honor the ways of the spirits and rights of the land, all of the tribes joined the House people to fight a great battle at Red Mountain. Though many Dunmer tribesmen and housemen died at Red Mountain, the Dwemer were defeated and their evil magics destroyed, and the Outlanders driven from the land. But after this great victory, the power-hungry Khans of the Great Houses slew Nerevar in secret, and setting themselves up as gods, neglected Nerevar's promises to the tribes. But it is said that Nerevar will come again with his ring and cast down the false gods, and by the power of his ring will make good his promises to the tribes to honor the spirits and drive the outsiders from the land. So no wonder that book's so expensive. That book is probably pretty heavily suppressed. Sorry, Caius, if the Ordinator's busted on you, I'm setting you up for a bad time, buddy. There's a lot of literature sitting there. But yeah, it's very interesting that the Telvanni does line up with King Wulfar's 5 songs. Alright, let's go see this Sharn character. Ashlanders seem to be making war with the Nords, and the War of the First Council won conflict. Yeah, it does seem like they're mixing that up, doesn't it?
Make it quick, Outlander.
That's a pretty good observation. I think you're right there.
Too much trouble.
Say
Must
your
be going now.
Stand aside.
You do not share.
Before I forget, this ring is yours. I
Oh!
hold its twin. They allow us to communicate with our thoughts across great distances, or so I was told. I thought it may prove useful if we were ever to split up.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Are you ready to come back with me? What's on your mind? Let's go. We're ready. As you wish. Do we know how far apart the war to drive out the Nords and the War of the First Council were? I don't know off the top of my head, but somebody might, for sure.
This better be important.
Somebody definitely might know that. I'm sure that information exists, but then again, maybe it doesn't. We're talking the First Era, so a lot of shit gets muddied in the First Era. A lot of stuff. It's probable that Chimer and Dwemer had long lifespans of the Oldmer, so the lifespan, so the time span could be a vast amount of time. That too. Yeah, they're in fact, Dunmer. I believe Dunmer are actually. I think they're the longest lived, if I'm not mistaken, even more than the Oldmer. Because there are some Dunmer that are literally thousands of years old. I think Deviath Fear was around in the 4th Era. So was Gothrin. So was Neloth. And so was Drawl. I think all of those people were around in the First Era. They lived in the First Era. I'm sorry, I just watched too many of those AI Joe Rogan and Dagoth podcasts. Some of the funniest Tamriel lore have to keep the memes alive. Oh, no, don't be sorry, because, again, Dagoth, like, to be real, Dagoth, I get his anger, man. I get it. I would be angry, too, given what we're going to discover, what I feel like really happened there. I would be mad, too. The Telvanni are keeping themselves alive with magic. Oh, okay, there's a reason almost all the ancient Dunmer are Telvanni. Okay. So it's not, they're not, that's in no means a natural lifespan then. Okay. Gotcha.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Yeah, because I know there's at least 4 counselors that were around in the First Era. And I think Balladus was too, because Balladus talks about how the Empire he remembers were literal savages in Nyx, in Nyx skins, I think is what he said. Berenzia is about as old as the Septim Empire, and she is considered old by natural Dunmer standards. Okay. And she's been around, basically, like you said, since the original Empire. Well, there's only one orc here, so it's got to be you.
No interruptions. How many times? Oh, you are one of Caius's associates. That is a different matter. Caius and I have a very satisfactory arrangement, and I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement if you will complete a little errand for me.
I'd be happy to, but tell me about the Mages Guild here. Mages Guild is dedicated to the preservation and distribution of magical knowledge. Okay, well, boilerplate, but alright.
The errand, then, is very simple. I need the skull of Levule Andrano. You'll find it in Andrano Ancestral Tomb. But take care not to upset the natives. The Dunmer have some peculiar, primitive prejudices against necromancy, and take grave objection to unauthorized tomb visits.
Okay. Let's see. Masters of Alteration and Mysticism, that can keep you alive longer than just restoration. Right. Let's see here. UESP says Mer can live naturally into their 400s or so, but that's not the common, kind of like a human living for 100 years. So you think 200 to 300 years, probably reasonable for most Mer. Okay. Got it. Okay. The errand, then, is very simple. I need the skull of Levue Andrano. Ooh, okay.
The tomb is south of Pelagiad, just off the road, just before you reach the fork, where the road goes southwest towards Seda Neen and southeast to Vivek. You may need an enchanted blade. Some spirits are immune to normal weapons. Here, take this old short sword, and maybe these old scrolls will come in handy.
Anything else about this tomb?
Yes. Andrano Ancestral Tomb, south of Pelagiad, just off the road. Just before the fork where the road goes southwest towards Seda Neen and southeast to Vivek.
Anything else about the errand I need to know?
When you've completed the errand, then we can discuss the information Caius wants.
And Levule?
He was no one special, a journeyman enchanter. There may be many skulls in Andrano Tomb, but you'll have no problem recognizing Levule's skull from the ritual markings.
Okay, and necromancy?
In the Empire, necromancy is a legitimate discipline, though body and spirit are protected property, and may not be used without permission of the owner. But in Morrowind, the Dunmer loathe necromancers and put them to death. That's absurd, of course, since the Dunmer summon their own dead to guard tombs and defend the family. Sacred necromancy is righteous, while philosophical necromancy is evil. It's primitive superstition, that's all.
Are you a necromancer?
No, of course not. I can't teach you spells. I'm not a necromancer. No, absolutely not. Not a necromancer.
Assuming they don't die of disease or violently, that they don't get their lives magically extended, yeah. Like the Telvanni, it seems. Alright. Well, boy, our Vesta's going to love this mission. This must be the most dysfunctional guild hall on Vardenfell. Typical wizards. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't been to the Ebonheart Mages Guild yet, honey. You have no clue what we're in for. I think because we're heading in, I want to get some spellcraft going, right? I think that's important. How much gold? I have 682. I got enough for a couple spells. So let's save here. And what time do we have? It's 3 p.m. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let our catch our breath, let our stamina rest up, so we can get a real idea of the spells we're crafting. And we're gonna craft some more basic bitch spells here. We're gonna ditch some things. I've got a really nice spell called Frostbolt, but with a follower, it's not gonna work that well. So we're probably gonna ditch Frostbolt. Plus, it's 24 magicka. That's a little heavy for this point in the game. I like to have magicka that has a little bit more of a boost to it. Right. Get a little bit more bang for our magical buck. And this lady wonders more than me. I know she's going to get trapped in between. Watch her. She's going to become some kind of a fucking hell wall creature. She's bound and determined. Yep, she's bound and determined to walk in between that crack and get stuck in that wall. A wall lady. Greetings, citizen. I am Estirdelin. Welcome to Balmora. We're a House Lalu town and loyal citizens of the Empire. What can I do for you? Well, let's make some spells. Telvanni is so ridiculous. I work for them in some playthroughs, and that coastline is so hostile and hard to find things. I think the only worst coastline is the Dagenfell region. Yeah, both those regions are just treacherous, man. So let's do spells on target. We'll do 3 feet. I don't like it because with a companion, we want to be wary of that. You can fly, can't you, Pyrotosis? Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what a Telvanni would say. Well, you can't fly, right? I'm thinking 16, that's 32 points of damage on a targeted spell is pretty good for a starting fireball. Let's do that. And 18 points isn't bad, that's below 20. We'll call that fireball. And we'll still keep our cheap fire bite. 15 to 30 points on touch is pretty nice. Do frost damage on target. Same magnitude, 16. For 2 seconds. On a 3-foot area. And we'll call that Icicle. Is that how you spell Icicle? Are you not going to get an Absorb Hell spell? When I come across it, yes, Moscow. Absolutely. And we're going to Pelagian, so I'm probably going to be able to get Righteousness while I'm there from Yivka. So very soon, yeah, we'll probably grab one of those too. 100%. Let's see here. Is that how you spell Icicle? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to pop out of here and spell check real quick. Because I don't want to be a dumb fuck with the wrong spelling of Icicle. Yep, I got it right. Icicle. Okay. No, we good. Yep, Icicle. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Too many nooks and crannies in those regions. I mean, the map you get in vanilla does not help. Yeah, those areas are very hard to explore. And I think they're designed that way. So we got Icicle. And how much gold does that leave us? Because Moscow makes a good point. We're going to want to have some money to buy Righteousness. And yeah, that's perfect. We're going to head to Pelagian now, because that'll be our third one. An Absorb Hell spell is very necessary. And since we're a Mysticism major, it's right up our alley anyway. But that gives us a Fire and a Frost spell. That Fire and Frost cover just about everything, honestly. You got the expensive Lightning spell, but that's going to be a touch spell for us, I think. Because that's the only real way to fucking rock Lightning is, like, you have to do it touch, because the target is just so fucking expensive. But that'll give us some versatility, right? Also, just to make our menu a little bit less cozy, get rid of that now. There we are. I didn't know there was an Absorb Hell spell for sale in Pelagian. I always get the one in Wolverine Hall. Yeah, Righteousness. And I think it's the same spell, actually. I think they both sell the same spell. Yep, it's called Righteousness, and it's the really early Absorb Health. I might be wrong, too. Yigtha might not have that. In which case, we're SOL for now. But there's also a Dunmer Temple, and I know some of the Dunmer temples also sell it. So we will come across it soon, because we're going to be doing some temple eventually as well. So eventually we're going to come across it. We've joined the Fighters Guild. After we finish this quest, we'll be joining the Mages Guild as well. And then once we do the mission to Vivek, we're going to join the Temple, the Thieves Guild, and the Morag Tong. What I'm going to do in this playthrough is I'm going to make our interactions with Caius's... I'm going to make our interaction with Caius's people my introduction to the guilds. That's kind of how we're going to play this. So, basically, this character will be a Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Thieves Guild, Morag Tong, Tribunal Temple playthrough. Which were the guilds I wanted in the first place. Trying to get myself to just ignore how your inventory is organized. Is there a better way to organize an inventory that won't drive me fucking mad? Let's see here, because, yeah, it's just, it's in all form. It's all right here. Like, or is that some open Morrowind thing where you can organize it in different ways? Let's see here. Because trust me, that's why I like to keep it streamlined. Like that right there is out of control. I like to keep the inventory as low as possible, man. Yeah, I try to get rid of anything superfluous that we're not using. Harder with an Asphalt playthrough. Let's see. I mean, the menu UI of the map list, the menu UI of the map, spell list, inventory, and character sheet. Yeah, well, again, when you're playing on a certain setup, it's kind of hard to do, because I don't have that full screen. If I have the full screen, I can't see the chat. So yeah, we got to kind of juggle a little bit. Why is your spell list wide and not tall? That's my only real big issue. I'm not sure. I didn't know that. Can you make it taller? There, we'll make it. Here, it's as tall as it needs to be. I don't have that many spells, so we'll just keep it right there for now. There we go. Hope that helps. Also, it could be unwider, couldn't it? Yeah, there we go. There we go. I will never get over how pretty this area is now. It's like, God, this is such a good mod. This is one beefy overhaul of an area that really needed it. Much nicer, thank you. Yeah, no problem, man. I think it's much nicer too, actually. So, yeah, I'm not opposed to that, because that is a little bit more of a, oh, I can see everything at my fingertips, right? Yeah, Land of Pilgrimage is so well made. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I look forward to it. I think that was like, so there's a couple of authors that, like, this was their first major mod, and it was this one and then Tantanculus with Odai, Jewel of Balmora, like, and those launched literally within, like, a few weeks of each other. It's just like, starter area Morrowind people are eating good right now. Like, the starter areas are just so much better now in 2025 than they were in early 2024. And it just keeps getting better. The skinny guy made a Muse mod for Cyrodiil by the looks of things. Oh, okay. So like a music mod? I'll have to check out the songs, see if any of them... I'm very, very picky about my Morrowind music. I do have an expanded track list, as you can hear, but I'm very picky about my Morrowind music. So we'll take a look and see what we got, and if any do what I feel match the Morrowind aesthetic, I will absolutely add them in. Because I would love some Cyrodiil-based music. Can we trade anything here? Now we better keep trekking on. Oh, not a music mod. A mod that lets the Muse music mod work in the new Cyrodiil lands, I think. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Here's the thing. I confess. Now, here's something I could use some help with. I've always been interested in using Muse. I think that would rock, but I am fucking terrified to slot it in because I don't know how it works. So I just do the general playlist thing. Yeah, I don't know how Muse works. Yeah, me neither. I just wanted to, the guy's Nexus page, and sure enough, to see if he's done anything else. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying Muse is a bad mod. I think Muse is amazing based on what it sets out to do. I haven't watched enough Rick and Morty seasons. My brain is not big enough to grasp how to properly implement that mod. It's the same thing that happened with the Joy of Painting and Ashfall. Like, I just wasn't smart enough to implement it. I finally sat down, put my nose to the grindstone, and learned how, right? So I need a couple more seasons of Rick and Morty to be smart enough to implement Muse. When I used it, I just downloaded it like a normal mod and downloaded the music mods that use it like normal mods, and it worked. Okay. But see, that means I have to utilize like the Muse setup music and things like that. And I don't know. Again, I'm very picky about my music. I don't know. I don't even take all the Tamriel Rebuilt soundtrack, just some of them. What is this horse shit? This is fucking locked. What is this shit? Dear fellow kinsmen and kinswomen, I pen this note down as a warning for those of you with hectic lives whom are unable to maintain as close a communion with our revered ancestors. Upon my most recent visit here, I had scarcely needed to open the door before sharing the sense of the intruders below. The terrible fury I felt in my forefathers made it clear that there would be only one path to take. I have locked and barred the door. Whomever these heretics were, be it outlaws or foolish adventurers, they have made a grave mistake. May their deaths be gruesome, and may their tortured spirits guard our halls well. If any of you should come by before my return, I have provided our family friends Relassa and Pelagian with an additional key. Our clan is a large one, and many of you have never met her, but her trade has bestowed a keen eye for faces, and she should have no trouble recognizing Andrano features. Oh, okay. Well.
Go ahead.
Nothing to add, huh? Alright. Well, that's a twist. Just remembered, this tomb is in ESO. Well, they didn't have Arknthand, so I would sure hope they had something from the base game. And I mean, come on, man. Yeah, Andrano Tomb is iconic. Well, I'm still floored they don't have Arknthand. I'm still floored at that. Like, what are you fucking doing, guys? It's full of Clavicus Daedra. Okay. Got it. I am a sleeper, one among thousands. I bring you a message. Dagothir calls you, Felvin Narrows, and you cannot deny our lord. The sixth house is risen, and Dagoth is in its glory. Sixth house? Fuck you talking about, dude? The sixth house, the sleeping house, House Dagoth, the house of Lord Dagoth, the true house, the one house to welcome all true Dunmer and drive the Inwa from our land. Rejoice in joining us. Come to Red Mountain and prepare the way for his coming. What are you fucking babbling about? Dagoth, he is the Lord and Father of the mountain. He sleeps, but when he wakes, we shall rise from our dreams, shall sweep our land clean of the Inwa. Why have you denied him? As Lord Dagoth has said, all shall greet him as flesh or as dust. You're weird.
Glory and honor.
Best of luck with your homelessness, weirdo. Kind of cozy in here if you ignore the loud Outlanders. I would forbid Nords to drink if I could. What? What in the blueberry fuck muffins? Like, you're just gonna... Okay, so new law. Arvesa is, like, God Queen of the universe, right? New law. Everybody can drink except Nords. Arvesa, I love you. That's racist. That's not nice. That's not very nice. Oh my God, they're still making out. That's wild. Okay.
You've stolen my heart.
Jeez. Full agreement. No more booze for the snow. Moscow says full agreement. No more booze for the snowman. Not nice. You know that would cause a war, right? Now I'm being racist. Like, you know, if you banned Nord's booze, that would cause a war.
Food and beds, or both at the same time. Your choice.
I'm not here for food and beds. I'm here to have a real tough conversation with you right now. I need your tomb key that Andrano gave you. Yes, I have the key. Of what interest is that to you? Sorry, friend, but you don't look like an Andrano to me. I just really need that key if you can. I don't know what interest an Outlander would have in ancestral tombs, but you won't be getting this key from me. Consider yourself blessed that this is an Imperial town, else I'd have the guards arrest you on the spot for speaking as such. Ooh, okay. Psst, you, Dunmer. You've got your eyes set on what's inside Drelasa's pockets, eh? I've been known to help out a friend or two on similar occasions. Well, that is so long as those friends are equally generous in their own right. It was a tomb key I heard mention of, correct? Yes. Now, I'm not going to say you can't handle this yourself, just that I'm a bit of a regular here. I can get in close to the mark without raising suspicions. How about a trade, then? I'll see to it that this tomb key suffers a change of pockets, and in return you can arrange for your friend Nalos' pouch to grow by about 60 gold heavier. Bender's mark will be avenged. Okay, so you're Red Guard role-playing. Yeah, the Red Guard would all agree. As of right now, this year in the Third Era, the Red Guard would absolutely take the booze out of the Nord's mouth. 100%. Let's see. Very well. I suppose I have no other choice. Yeah, here's the 60 gold. A fair trade, my friend. A fair trade. I'll make the arrangements. Come back in a day with the gold, and we can complete our bargain. I think I already gave you the gold, didn't I? Nope, I didn't. Okay. Alright, so we've got a day to burn, and actually, we're going to go... This is a great opportunity. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to save. We're going to get a room here. We're going to save. And then when I come back, we will make the arrangements to dive into the tomb. And, of course, while I was saving, the fucking game died. You gotta be kidding me right now. You have got to be kidding me right now. I hope that didn't fuck something up. That is a bad place for a stream to die. Wow. Let's see what we got, chat. I don't think this is going to be as bad as last time. I truly don't. Let's see. Nilos Pouch. Yeah, what's going on, Irregular Wolf? What's up, buddy? Welcome in. Bad timing because we're about to end the stream and the stream died. But before we end the stream, I've got to check to see if... I was in the middle of a fucking save when this stream died, man. Oh, it's the famous Nilos Pouch bug. Oh, okay, well... save file corrupted now. Sadly, I do have an autosave, though, thank God. So, we'll see. We'll see. But the autosave, it shouldn't be too far away. In fact, I think the autosave is going to be the most recent save. Oh, just kidding, just kidding. Yeah, well we don't know. Let's see. Yeah, so there's the Guild of Mages save, and there's... So day 10, 242, 345. So once again, our stop time, we were going to stop anyway, but our stop time is determined by a crash. I will replay. I will get back there. And here in about a couple hours or so, we will continue our journey into the redone and modded Andrano Ancestral Tomb, guys. So, again, we'll go get something to eat, get something to drink, take a shit if you have to, and then we'll come back in and we will do the next leg of the main quest before Caius lets us go for some R&R, and then we'll do some faction quests, right? So, all right. Take care, guys. Thanks so much, and I will see you guys soon. This tomb mod is actually in Path of the Incarnate, I think. Yeah, I hope so. I remember this tomb being quite hard. It has its moments, for sure.